Guys, I'm making some magic over here.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, my name is Liz and I'm obsessed with Disney. I forgot, now I gotta do those with the vlogs. I'm here with my parents. This is my dad. My mom's back there. It's check-in day. We are at the Commons. My check-in time is at 9:30, but it's 9 o'clock, so they let me in a little early. Don't know if that's going to be the case with every complex, because, you know, Commons is smaller. All my other roommates have checked in, so they're at the apartment. So I'm gonna go start this party up. See you guys there. Alright, so first thing when you come up to the security gate at your housing location, you show them your arrival itinerary so they know that it's the right time to let you in. And like I said before, they let me in like a half hour early. So different complexes will probably do it differently because more people will be arriving at different complexes more or less, you know, each time. So once you go in to the area where they're going to have your specific housing location, in Chatham, I mean, I don't live in Chatham. At the Commons, they have it in the club room where everyone has their housing meeting. So if you've been a CP before or you've already checked in, wherever you're having that housing meeting at the Commons, that's where the Commons people have check-in. So when you first walk into that room, you'll see a cast member there with a big tub of program guides, which look like this, which now they're just a paper cover. They're not like really plasticky covered like they were on my last program. So they will give you this, and on the back, on the sticker, it'll have your name, your college program, your apartment number, what kind of apartment it is, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, however many people. Then it'll have your printer and your arrival date. So that's the first thing they'll give you. Then also they will ask if you have a vehicle that you're keeping with you on the program. If you do, they're gonna give you a piece of paper that you will use later to buy your vehicle decal. But right after you go there, you go to the next station, which is where they take your picture. And that picture will then become part of your housing ID card. After that, they print out the ID card right then and there for you, like literally seconds after you take that picture. You'll head over to the next station, which is where you show them your arrival itinerary again, and they will check it. They'll do something on their end. They will hand you a welcome paper from whichever housing complex that you live at. So it's whoever that housing manager is for your particular complex. And then they will tell you to take a communicator. So this has all info on the program. It has when some housing meetings are coming up, when your different housing events are, things like that. Inside the communicator, it will have also the bus schedule, which you will desperately need. And then inside the bus schedule, it has the information for the Wi-Fi, which, depending on who you ask, you may need more than your bus schedule. So then after that section is when they tell you to sit down, use that paper that you first got at the beginning when they give you your program guide, to use that to log on to dorms and buy your decal. So it gives you the steps or whatever to walk you through that. You buy your decal on your phone. Once you're all paid on dorms, you can then get in line for that to talk to the people to buy your decal. That is when you will show them your registration for your car and your driver's license and also your insurance. So they'll do that, they'll type some things up, they'll give you a decal, punch it for where you live and when you're leaving, and they'll hand that off to you and you're done. That is check-in. Alright, so casting. First, before you go to the bus stop, double check you have your I-9 documents. I was waiting at the Chatham bus stop for at least a good 10-15 minutes until the bus came, and the cast member on the bus was like, all right, everybody make sure you have your I-9 documents. I'm gonna make sure you guys get them before you get on the bus. I had a panic moment. I thought I did not have my passport. So I was like, oh no, what happens? Because I had like the last bus time. So the cast member was like, try and get it, whatever. So I like started walking and I called my mom. I'm like, oh no, Mom, what am I gonna do? She's like, are you sure you don't have it? Check your bag. And literally my passport was in my purse. So please double check. Don't give yourself a heart attack like I did.
If this is your very first time working for the Walt Disney Company, then this will be your first time entering Disney property as a cast member. I know! So welcome to the family, guys. We are so happy to have you. As we get closer, we'll do a countdown, and I'll sit down so I'm not in your pictures. All right, and everybody join me. 3, 2, 1! Woo! It's the circular space, and I have these beautiful gold statues of the Disney characters. We also have the nice handlebars, or not handlebars, the door handles. Does anyone know where those door handles are from? Alice in Wonderland. Yes, Alice in Wonderland. Awesome. So feel free to take pictures, guys.
So then, first thing you do, obviously you walk into the golden magical rotunda room that you see in all the vlogs, that you see in this video. You stand there and you have a cast member talk to you. They talk about their Disney stories and like how this is a great beginning and it's so touching and moving, this speech, like everything else here. So then they line you up and you go into the next room. You go into like the front office of the college program and the Disney college, no, the Disney internships and programs office, duh. And you wait there for a little bit. Pro tip, if you guys are doing your own program, look for the big college program homecoming event board. Look for my name. I'm on there. Hint, I'm closer to the bottom. So you wait in that room for a little bit on this line, and then they will assign you to a desk, to a cast member there, where you'll do your I-9 documentation. You give them your I-9 forms, and they give you a form to fill out while they're typing in stuff. If you did anything wrong on your new hire paperwork, that's where they'll fix it. Like me, for example, when I was filling out my new hire information, they didn't have an asterisk next to a middle initial. So I thought I just didn't have to fill it out. But if you do have a middle initial, make sure you put it on there, because then you'll have to redo the whole thing. So they made me try to go into my thing and re-put in my initial, but then I forgot my password, and then I had to reset my password in front of the cast member, and then it feels like the world is ending, but it doesn't, because, you know, everybody at Disney is super nice, and they're like, don't worry about it, and they make you feel very comfortable and easy. So they make sure all of that is correct, because they're checking it against your official IDs. So once you finish up that room, they tell you to hold on to the paper that you just filled out, because you're going to need that for the last step. So you hold on to that paper and you go to the next station. The next station is where you talk to cast members about Disney Look. If you have any questions, they just make sure that, you know, your hair looks right, your facial hair looks right, no visible tattoos, and you only have the amount of allocated piercings. Then after that, you go into a room where there's different tables set up with different cast members from Disney training services. So they will tell you to open up an email on your phone, which you normally get after check-in, which I'm starting to think that that's what they're doing. They're checking in to make sure you are here at check-in, where I was like, they're doing computer things and you don't know what they're doing. That's probably letting casting know, hey, you can send them the email now. So that email you'll get is your training schedule for the 3 days after traditions. So they'll go over that. They'll make sure you don't have any questions about that PDF that they send you. And then you go on to the next station. So then the next station is security. So that's where you hand them that form that you filled out with the I-9 stuff. They make sure like all the information that they have for you is correct when it comes to like if you've convicted felonies and things like that. And then they do your fingerprinting, which thank God my fingerprints went so well this time, because my fingerprints were awful last time, because I got a ton of paper cuts before I came down here and it was not good. But it was all good this time. And then once you finish up your fingerprinting, you're free to go. You leave casting and then you wait for the bus to head back to your housing complexes. So I hope that was helpful. I will see you guys next time when we'll talk about the housing meetings. I don't know if I'm going to have a separate video for that. It may be not that much information, maybe a lot. I guess we'll see. Click here for more videos, more information about DCP. Also, I just want to say super quickly, because now I only have 20 seconds since I said that. I'm not just completely going back to DCP vlogs. I've really liked the content I've been making the past 2 years, so I'm still gonna have some of that kind of stuff. Now I guess I don't have any more time. So have a seamless day, everyone. Bye.